Hey everyone, Rosa here from Rise Mind Body Fitness, and today's video I'm going to cover what it means to look within. So if you have been able to acknowledge that you either A, are not happy, or B, maybe you are happy but you are able to acknowledge that a greater happiness exists, then this video might be very helpful for you. So the first thing is, why do we want to look within? So what does looking within have anything to do with being happy? So the reason why we want to look within to find happiness is because at a natural state, deep in the core of who we are already happy. We are already at peace. And at any point that we don't feel that, we've literally just disconnected from that part of us. So in attempt to refinding that happiness, we tend to look outside of us. We tend to want bigger things and chase more goals and finding ourselves achieving these things but still not finding that happiness. So the reason why we want to go within is because the happiness is already within us. And this you need to understand, okay? So once you understand that, it will make so much more sense why you would engage in the following exercises that I'm about to give you. So what you want to do when you look within, and what this looks like, is you literally want to just find a place and find time, even if it's just 5 minutes a day. It should be a daily practice where you literally just sit down or lay down, close your eyes, and just acknowledge your physical presence. Sometimes we're always on the go, and we're going, that we just actually lose touch with what it means to just be with ourselves. And when it comes to us needing to be with ourselves, we can't do it without a TV in front of us or without a book that we're reading. We literally just don't know how to be with ourselves. We could very much sit with a friend, have a coffee with them, be with a friend and find that enjoyable, but once that person leaves, it's just boring. And that shouldn't be the case, okay? So we should be our own friend. We should really know how to enjoy ourselves, and even if it's just 5 minutes a day. For those of you who have tried to explore this and who have tried to take the time to be on your own and have struggled because your mind keeps going and you find that it's very boring, the reason why that happens is because you're trying so hard to focus on not thinking, okay? So you're trying to think of not thinking. And when you do that, you're constantly thinking. So what you want to do is you actually want to bring your focus to something within your physical presence. It really doesn't matter what you focus on, but what you're needing to do is, we can either be thinking or we can be feeling. So to turn off thinking, we need to redirect our focus on something that we're feeling, something that we're experiencing, okay? Because happiness is a feeling. So if you're sitting down and you're closing your eyes, you can simply just focus on taking your breath and see what it feels like when you're breathing. If you're wearing a shirt, what does that breath feel like against the shirt? What you can do is you can spread your toes and feel your toes. If your feet are touching the ground, what does your feet feel like when it's touching the ground? So literally just reconnecting with just the basic of what it feels like to live within our physical bodies, the actual vehicle that takes us on this journey of life, okay? So that is the number one thing. So for those of you guys who have tried and you just find that it's so hard to focus on not thinking, try that. Try to bring your focus on feeling some physical part of your existence. Another meaning of what it means to look within. When you're looking within, you're basically exploring the depths of your soul. So you are getting to know yourself, just like when you are in a relationship with another person and you need to get to know them, right? You're asking questions, you're being present with them. So as you take the time to just be with yourself and feel yourself, things will come up. And as things come up, you'll start to understand the things that come up from your subconscious mind. You'll start to understand certain thought processes that are within you that have actually been influencing your choices on a day-to-day basis from a subconscious level, but you've never been able to consciously acknowledge these thoughts because you're so busy that they just subconsciously influence your actions and your decisions. So in the moment that you're taking the time to just feel yourself, as thoughts start to arise, you're actually going to start to consciously catch these thoughts or feel or hear these thoughts. So at this point, now you're in two places at once. There's the part of you that is conscious catching your subconscious state, okay? As you do this, you're going to start to explore, yourself. You're going to start to understand yourself. And at that point, you're going to start to learn about the things about you that you've kept within you from your experiences in life. Okay, so why is that important? Why would you want to even explore that part of you if it's in your past? The reason why is because every part of who we are involves our whole life. So in order for us to really be happy and to tap into that inner happiness, we need to be in complete peace with our past. So if you're not in complete peace with your past and there's nothing about your past that you like, if you can look at your past and not like it, and you feel like, I've done everything to just keep that in my past so that I can move forward, you cannot avoid your past. So you need to be able to look at your past, and you need to be able to love everything about your past, because everything about your story is everything about who you are today. So the only way for you to love yourself and to be happy with yourself is to actually be happy with, everything that created who you are, and your past is part of that. So exploring within yourself, being in your silence, allowing things to come up as they come up, and without judgment, acknowledging the things that come up, and intentionally setting out a journey to actually love everything about your story, allowing the story of your life to actually be your source of inspiration. And if your story can get to the point where it actually has inspired you, and usually it's actually when you've gone through, hardship. It's as much as it's hard for us to forgive and let go of the anger of our past, if we can actually look at it and see how it's made us who we are, you can actually find that it could be very easy to love the stuff that you've been through in the past. And in that moment that you can acknowledge and love your past is the very moment that you're letting it go, and you're actually truly moving forward with presence. Okay, so that's kind of how the journey unfolds. It is quite a long journey, but it is a journey and it is a process. But it needs to start first with loving yourself unconditionally and being in your own space, in silence, and just feeling yourself and allowing whatever needs to come up, and being prepared to just love it all. Change your body, change your mind, change your life.